So yeah, I was gonna do a makeup video. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm gonna talk to you about what's going on. So yeah, the Border Patrol, they decided they were gonna steal gold. They were gonna steal gold, and they were going to actually, steal people's gold, because people make gold from literally teaching other people about caring about humans and all that kind of stuff. So they decided that they were going to steal gold. But this all dates back to biblical times and like the beginning of the world. Because essentially what was happening was that people were made, and people were made from like a feeling, I guess. Like somebody had a feeling that they should make gold. That they should make humans. And they did. And I still don't know 100% who it was, because I thought it was Akinesis. But turns out it probably wasn't, because he ended up being a bad guy. He was like a science teacher, and he had like this assignment for everybody, which was essentially to make a system for the humans and stuff like that on Earth, so that they could live and all that kind of stuff. But what ended up happening was today I found out that he can't be trusted, because him, Heracles, and Tamara, and Buddha was their friend too. I don't know if he could be trusted, but he was there too, and he was actually Hercules, and he wasn't doing what he said he was doing, which was making it safe for humans. And he was spreading all this like, oh well, the route to humanity is to have everybody have necessities like shelter and all that stuff, which is true. But in the end, he was the one that was the problem. So he kills me off, and before I could continue to tell the people that, and I have to come back lifetime and lifetime and lifetime and live the hard life I lived so that I could teach everybody else. And then it just goes missing with me. So it's like really ridiculous. So through that process, it's like kind of a sad day of a realization for me, to realize that people I was trusting this whole time weren't, trustworthy. But basically, in biblical times, there was the cowboys, the Greek times, biblical times, and what was the other one? Egyptian times. And they were all in the same time frame, I believe. So, what happened was that the Egyptians got ran out, and to this day, a bunch of homeless people are probably Egyptian. I think I'm Egyptian. And then they just started, convincing people of all this stuff, taking away from the real problem. Well, they were real problems too, but taking away from the problem, which is that it could actually be solved, all of it. All the problems. So, the problem was that, people were using all of this knowledge that they weren't supposed to be using to control people. Like, scientific type things. And the thing is that they weren't making aware of what was actually going on for the public. So the public didn't even really know that this stuff could happen. So like somebody could be going in one direction, and then all of a sudden, like I keep losing my train of thought. They'll start to go in a whole completely different direction. And that's how they, make people not be able to navigate the way that they're supposed to navigate, so that they could find out more about what's really going on in the world. And that's why I say, somebody enslaved humans. Because people, they could be in different directions. And where they're supposed to be. And this is kind of how you meet people in life that you're supposed to meet, that could use you as help. But they'll change your opinions. So it's really irritating. So yeah, all those insecurities and all that stuff that people have, somebody let them have that stuff. So anyways, so what happened was that Jesus, there's a few different things about Jesus. I think there's a good Jesus, which provides a sense of peace, but it's not Jesus like you think about, like the Christians and stuff like that. It's more like a sense of peace that make people feel like wholesome, I guess. But there's other people that are bad, that change it so that people don't have that sense of peace, but they have a deeply rooted feeling, but it feels more guilt, and that would be Satan. And Satan was like on that Jesus's back, but doesn't mean it's Christians. It's actually atheists, which is more of a feeling of like magic, I guess, magician type magic type stuff that you wouldn't even know was there, but it actually can like heal people and stuff. So, and then another thing that the Catholics were doing was that they, were claiming different things as miracles and stuff like that, but it's actually just normal life sometimes that happens. And they didn't let people know that. So, where's it going with this? Yeah, so the Egyptians got ran out, and then, possible Scandinavians. I don't know for sure though on that one. But yeah, the Lebanese, I don't know exactly where they were at, but they were there too. And then they started, they were saying like, oh, we're smart too. And I know it sounds crazy. This is not a matter of prejudice or anything like this. It's actually like historical and stuff. So then they were, they were, trying to changing their appearance by actual scientific things and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, they're Satanists that literally just teach people that you could just like get away with things that are, you could get away with things that are, you're not supposed to be getting away with. So it's like, let's see, like, belittling people and manipulating them for no reason, like they're good people, and stuff like that, making them feel unvaluable and unworthy, and obstructing them from being able to eat and have resources, or convincing them that they can't either, even if they're in front of them. that kind of stuff is actually really, really bad. And the cool part about it is that in this world, there's actually something that it's more so kind of when you're an adult and you're more aware of kind of responsibility, or just kind of stuff, not really a responsibility, but so people have different ways to interpret information during different times in their lives. They they make it so that you actually gain like this magic type awareness of what's already there. So it's not man-made. So it's like pretty cool. But yeah. So I forgot what I was talking about for a second. Okay. So then yeah, the Satanists, they don't want people to know this stuff, so they haven't let people know this. And they're still here today, and they knew about this, and they didn't tell the public. So, but yeah, Border Patrol decided that they were going to steal gold, because through this process, gold is made on Earth from humans that care to tell other people, and care to make sure everybody's fed, and try to do that and have all the necessities just as a given. They shouldn't have to, work for this or that, especially because parents are dropping off, people, and then making it so that they don't even have a chance to succeed. They're just kicked into homeless for reasons that people are, they're actually beyond their control. Because they grew up having a family their whole life, went to go succeed, and then their family just dropped them off the face of the earth and said, oh, well, I'm sorry, you have a mental illness, or you have a drug addiction, or whatever it is, and we can't stand you anymore. And make it like, that they're the victims in this. And it's like, no, that's not really what's going on. It's just they're getting part of that gold. So I'm trying to work with people so that they're aware of this, and so that we could get those people that happen to a chance to speak. So I've actually been calling out people. And they're like, man, I wanted a piece of that gold. And every single one of them that's getting all bent out of shape like that, they're Border Patrol, or they have ties with it. And I could tell, because I'm a doctor and a clairvoyant, and I could go into anybody's life and figure out exactly what happened and talk them through it, or, see what they need. That's the kind of doctor I am. I'm a trauma therapist type doctor. And, I actually became a doctor, and I'm actually ordered to use this as my title and profession for immediate use. It's needed, because so many people have burdens, they don't know how to deal with them, and that's what I specialize in. And people, they don't want others to know that that's even a possible thing, because so many people go through so many things in life. I think I told you in one of my videos, age 0 through 20, it's more like 1 or 2, but through 20 and into your 20s are where you're literally just learning a lot about life. So there's a lot of mistakes in there and a lot of insecurities and things that could be talked through. And then into adulthood, people kind of think, well, you know, they don't realize stuff actually affects them still. So it's good to be able to kind of be able to work through those things. So that's why it's cool to have that in people's lives, so that they could get an extra level of guidance where they need. And it should be there and possible for everybody. So, yeah. So anyways, this is kind of what I'm helping make aware of, and everybody, so that they know kind of what's going on. And I'm gonna try to get to some people that could make calls on this one, so we could have emergency housing, because we didn't deserve this for homeless. And then more is to come for the society to flourish, and more awareness about what's actually there. So I'm sorry if there's any Christians or things like that, or other religions that feel like, wow, maybe we've been lied to, or maybe we're still not sure, things like that. And I could tell you, a lot of the religions, or probably all of them, play some kind of part to what's actually there, and that's why they seem even moving at all. But it's really, it's like a world of magic, and we discover more about it, and the different things that were pulled from different parts of it to create a religion. But a lot of them are actually holding people back, because people aren't supposed to live with guilt. They're supposed to learn to become stronger from kind of realizing what they're made of. So that's the key to life. So anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. I'm gonna kind of finish my makeup here, just get you some eyelashes and stuff. I'll see you later. Thanks.